Hello there, I'm Sarah from sidetracksarah.com, and I am starting a new column here where I'm going to answer your questions about the slow cooker and the Instant Pot, or about feeding your family in general from a busy mom standpoint. I am the busy mom of 7 children. I have a 21-year-old, an 18-year-old, 16-year-old, 12-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. 5 of them are girls, 2 of them are boys, and we stay busy. My oldest 2 are in college. One of them lives at home, one away, except right now he's home because he's still summertime now. But anyway, I am constantly trying to keep my family fed in the fastest way possible because I also homeschool and I run a business from home, and we are just nuts busy sometimes. So especially when you're talking about all the sports things that the kids are doing and the activities at church, and you just name it. We are just, some days it just feels like we're running like crazy. So anyway, I am going to choose 2 questions, to answer today. One of them was a reader emailed and asked after the Amazon Prime sale on the Instant Pot. She asked me, how is the Instant Pot better than the crock pot? And to answer that, I already emailed her my answer, but I thought it was a good question that we could cover here because I think a lot of people wonder that. So for me, I have both. I actually have like 5 crock pots, 4 or 5, and 2 Instant Pots, and they're all different sizes. Well, maybe not all the crock pots because I just do a lot of cooking for the blog, and so I need more of the same size, and I have a huge family. But anyway, the difference for me is there's a couple things you need to think about. Now, some of you, if you've not used an Instant Pot that much, you might be thinking, why do I need a crock pot and an Instant Pot? Because the Instant Pot has a slow cooker function on it. Well, the slow cooker function on the Instant Pot, to me, it does not work nearly as well. I have tried to use it, and it ended up not cooking my food in the amount of time it was supposed to. And so I'm just kind of scared to use it anymore, and so I quit using it. And now I just use the crock pot for crock pot food, and I have a ton of crock pot food. If you've been following me very long, you will know that I can figure out a way to cook almost everything in the crock pot. Now for Instant Pot, I keep that for itself. Now the reason I love the Instant Pot is for there's many days that I forget to put my slow cooker food in the Instant Pot. And so when I do that, I really like, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that because I know I just said it wrong. Many days when I forget to put my slow cooker food in the slow cooker in the morning because I get busy and I just don't feel like thinking about food yet, and so I end up forgetting, and it turns like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm like, oh great, I forgot to put the food in. What am I gonna do? And so that's when I use my Instant Pot, because my Instant Pot can cook anything in at least an hour or under an hour, sometimes a lot less than that. Now keep in mind, when you have an Instant Pot, and you start cooking with it, it might say that it only has to cook for 5 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that, but it has to pressure up first, and that pressure up point can take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes depending on your pressure cooker and what's in it and how much liquid is in it and all that. So it could, even though it says 20 minutes, it might really take 40 minutes or more. So I prefer, though, to have that rather than, because it's still one of those one pot dish things, appliances where you can still dump everything into your Instant Pot and walk away without like stirring it over and over and waste. I mean, to me it feels like I'm wasting all this time cooking at the stove, unless it's just something I enjoy doing or don't mind doing that day. But typically I'm running ragged anyway, so I'd rather use that time for something else. And so that's why I don't prefer it. That's why I have both, so I can use it for depending on what I want to do. Also, it's like, say you wanted to make something with a tough cut of meat, It's really nice for not having to spend 10 hours in the slow cooker. You can just spend a couple hours in the Instant Pot, and that's cool. So basically I interchange them a lot. Keep in mind though, with the Instant Pot, you're not going to completely dump everything into it. If you, like, say, okay, I'll give you my example of chicken and rice with broccoli. I tried to just cook it all the same amount of time in the Instant Pot, and I've done it before in the slow cooker, but in the Instant Pot, what I ended up with was green rice. It still tasted fine, but the broccoli, after cooking for 20 minutes with the rice and the chicken, ended up disintegrating. So what I would do instead is cook the rice and the chicken together for the 20 minutes or so that your time chart says, and then I would open it after venting it, of course, and add the broccoli for an extra 5 minutes or so. Yeah, you get the idea. But regardless, I believe that there's plenty of place for a house to have both an Instant Pot and a slow cooker, especially if you're absent-minded like me and don't tend to remember to throw things into the slow cooker on a regular basis. Then the Instant Pot can always be your backup. So that's just my 2 cents. Now the next question was submitted by Candace over Facebook, and she said, is a 6-quart Instant Pot big enough for a small family of 4? And to answer that, I just sent her a quick message, but I figured this was a great place for us to discuss this. And yes, definitely a 6-quart Instant Pot is big enough for a family of 4. I use it for my family of 9 on mini dishes. I do also have an 8-quart that I use if I need a larger pot of soup, or if I want to cook 2 big roasts at the same time or something like that, then I use my 8-quart. But really, I interchange them all the time. But I'm pretty sure that there's not many times a family of 4 would need a larger Instant Pot than 6-quart. So I hope that helps to answer your questions. If you happen to have a question for me, feel free to email me or leave a comment or send me a Facebook message on my Sidetrack Sarah Facebook page, and I will get to that as soon as I can. And also, I wanted to invite you to join us on the freezer to slow cooker meal plan subscription. We're going to be adding Instant Pot instructions, so it will be like a freezer to Instant Pot meal plan where you can throw in you're not going to throw it in. We're going to make 6 meals every week all at once, and not by cooking it. We're going to just prepare it, put it in the freezer, and then on the day that you're ready to cook it, I will give you instructions on how to do that and how to cook it in the Instant Pot or the slow cooker, depending on what you want. But you will get both the instructions starting in September for both slow cooker and Instant Pot. But for now, it's still only slow cooker for the rest of July and August, and I am so looking forward to the new instructions coming out, and I would love it if you would like to join us in this subscription plan. To find more details on it, you can go to my site, sidetracksarah.com, and I will try to leave a link in the comments section as well. But if you are looking for it before I get to that, you can just click on the shop button and it will show you our products for sale there. So thank you so much for joining us today. Let us know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.